yeah, we got a lot of, we have a lot of llamas too, so yeah, the more they can carry, the better. Absolutely. Yep. Just to run you guys through a quick itinerary for this morning too. We just got to pick up MJ and Greg, and then we'll head back over the pass, back to the Idaho side of things. We left the trailer at the transit center in Driggs, the town that I live in. There's a bathroom there. We'll probably stop there, kind of do the post-coffee sort of break. We have yogurt and granola available for you over there, and some strawberries and stuff like that for kind of a quick on-the-road dinner, or breakfast, I mean. But the main goal is to get to the trailhead. So we'll stop there only as long as we need to scarf some food, use the facilities, hook the trailer up, and then it's about another hour and change to the trailhead from there. So let me know in the meantime if you need anything, but we are kind of in the middle of nowhere once we're over there, so you know, may have the first visit to a tree.
They're prepping the llamas for our trip. I think they said they have 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I see 8. Maybe there's more around the corner there. But this should be quite an adventure. And there are the packs that go on the llamas' backs. I think they call them baskets. And what we're doing right now is we're preparing ourselves by putting on sunscreen and bug spray. And our guide just told us that the ranger just saw a bear down this road 2 hours ago. They have both black bears and grizzly bears. Our guide just handed out bear spray and went through an explanation as to how to use it and when to use it, and most likely it will not be needed.
That have really good genetics. Llamas are kind of like horses. There's like whole like strains of different llamas, right? Whole like genetic chains of them. And actually our llamas are pretty cool. Bo Beatty's the owner. He has a ranch in Idaho Falls that we drove kind of near today. That's where all these llamas live. And he started out, he was on a mission in Peru and found out about llamas, had like a history as a horse packer from his family in the like the Sawtooth Wilderness area. Horses are really expensive. Horses are really expensive, right? Really hard to take care of, etc. Found out about llamas in Peru, got obsessed. Pretty much came back, drove around the country, bought every llama he could, bred them, figured out how to train them, all sorts of stuff. And now actually these llamas are part of probably the largest single like herd of llamas in definitely North America, potentially South America too. Yeah, pretty neat. So it's kind of this cool thing where like he's sort of really drummed up a lot of interest in it. They use them a lot for hunting in the fall. You know, you can pack out a full deer on one llama, or it takes like 4 llamas for an elk, right? But still, he's drummed up a lot of interest, and I don't want to like give him too much credit, right? The dude's, he's a really great guy. I like him a lot, but in some ways it's kind of helping the breed, you know, to like bring this back and like diversify the genetics again and like bring them around. So historically the Incan people bred 3 different types of llamas, one for packing, one for meat, and one for fiber or wool that some people call it. It's technically called fiber, but these are all Kala llamas, and Kala llamas are the ones that are bred for packing. They've been like genetically bred for thousands of years to be stoked to do what we're about to do. And you'll see it, like they're here and they're kind of annoyed with each other. You can see it on their ears, like laid back. They're like, yeah, this is lame. Like, I don't want you in my business. And then they get out on the trail and they're like pretty excited actually. You know, they're into it because it's boring at the ranch. Out here they get to eat foliage, stuff like that. And just go wander around and do what they do best. So, you know, we take good care of them. We try to not load them with too much weight and stuff. We stop and give them water when they need water, feed them well. But at the end of the day, like, they are here to work, right? So really show you guys like anything bad. They love following their lead, right? So this is how we control them. This animal's strong. He's probably carrying 100 pounds there, not even noticing, right? If I was to try to fight him, there's nothing there. But if I need him to go somewhere, like around a tree, he'll follow his face, okay? So like when we're on the trail, and I'll kind of reiterate this, but there's times when you might have to guide him around an obstacle because he doesn't realize that he's 18 inches wider on each side, okay? Or there might be times that we need to like keep his head kind of down so that he doesn't jump over a log or something like that. That's when you want to short handle him, okay? For the most part though, you just ice cream scoop it, okay? We don't use the carabiner to clip to ourselves or to our backpacks, anything like that. We always want to carry them, because if this animal felt like going away, he's going away, and it being clipped to your belt is just going to drag you with him, right? So please, please, please take this thing, make a loop, you have an ice cream cone, okay? The carabiner is for easy clipping to things. So if we're ever taking a break, like we will shortly for lunch after maybe a mile or two down the trail, what we'll probably do with them is end up hooking them to like downed wood or something. In this park, we're not really supposed to hook them up to live trees, ideally, if we can help it. So we try to find like down wood that's at least, you know, it's pretty strong, size of your arm, that sort of thing. Or we may clip them to their panniers. Sometimes if we're taking a long break and we drop our packs, we may drop their panniers too, so they can have a break. It also protects our gear. Had a llama roll in a cooler once, wasn't a big fan. But does that make sense, guys? Like, this is really important. I've had people like hold onto the carabiner and cut their hand open if the llama got spooked and jerks his head, because they're very protective of their faces and their ears, like I was talking about. They actually get controlled through them. So if I really need Donnie to do something, I'm gonna do this, and see, he moves his head. He's not as reactive as some of those 3-year-olds are. He's a very good llama. But if something were to suddenly appear, he may jerk this, and that's why I want you to have the ice cream scoop, because that won't hurt if it jerks, and if it really jerks hard, it'll fall out of your hand, which of course we don't want to let it go, but better that than getting hurt, right?
The secret ingredients in the meat sauce are cinnamon and cocoa powder. That's not a joke.
Okay.
Okay.
Topped with like, get the largest bag of Gordon food service like shredded cheese you can, and just
Cheddar. Yeah.
just disguise it. Just
is
make
really
it a
good
pile
cheese.
of cheddar cheese.
It's hiding under the cheese.
Yes, I when I go, I take the cheese off of the thing, like a little bit off, because it's just too much. Or you order it with less cheese.
What we're planning on doing the next couple of days, just a hair, we're just a little bit past this junction. We passed that junction pretty much right where Seth had enough with Vestibule. and had to grab a new Llama because he was being a pain. And then he was great for Crystal.
He was great.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
So we are at 980. That's the campsite we're at right now. Okay. All we're going to do is tomorrow, I don't know if Seth or I are taking you yet. I think we're going to play rock, paper, scissors for it. See what happens. The thing we have to do in the park is one of us has to babysit llamas. So one of us will take you guys up and one of us will hang out here.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So we're going to wander up. It's about 1.6 miles. It's a little more because we actually have to get into the creek and up. But a little under 2 miles. We cross the creek right here, which is just around the corner up here. Get to this backpacking site. And this is really the only uphill that we have in this section tomorrow. But there is a little bit of up. And as we hit 9A3, you actually cut through the backpacker site. So where those backpackers that walked past us were headed, they're probably staying there tonight. They said they're coming out tomorrow. So we'll cut through there. We have this kind of steep, funny little shimmy down to the creek. And then we actually walk up Boundary Creek, which is this creek right here, for like maybe 10, 15 minutes. There's paths on the side off and on. It's kind of muddy. There's thermal features, so sometimes we got to watch out for the hot water. It's crazy. It's really cool. You're like in the water. It's like hot, cold, hot, cold. But the idea is that under 2 miles, we're going to be hanging out at Denanda Falls. You guys have probably mostly Googled it to look it up. I guarantee it's even cooler than it looks. It's one of my favorite places on earth.
What's it called?
It's called Denanda Falls.
Amanda.
Yep.
No, for the element of surprise.
it's
I
actually-
didn't Google it.
Yeah, excellent. That's what I like to hear. I did the same thing.
Yeah, I didn't
Not
wanna
on a
know.
trip though. Believe it or not, it's actually one of the first real dates I went on with Victoria. Wake up.
It's Lake Michigan May cold.
Yeah.
Woo!
It's that glacial runoff.
I'm fine. I'm just enjoying.
Yeah.
Have a seat.
Get 3 or 4 minutes in there and you'll be feeling great. Ice up the feet.
Yeah.
Nice work, yeah. Stick to the left, follow down. In a shallow spot. Yeah, we got a little ways before. We might have like small creeks, but nothing like this.
Oh, yeah.
You're good. You're good. You're good.
I can't see him, so he's alerting.
closer. Alrighty, would you like a couple dumplings? Tide you over. There's that. There's some soy sauce in one of those tubs, or be careful, one of those corners is cut open. That one. And that's a dumplings. Perfect.
Look at Banks is up too. Everybody. Boomer. Good job, Hugo.
Good morning. Good morning. This is Dave and Ben. It is July 31st. Okay, you take it.
All right, it's just a beautiful morning. It's probably 70 degrees already. Once the sun comes, it warms up really fast. In the background, you're going to see some llamas. They're still resting back there. We're going to pack up and move to the next site after breakfast this morning. So, but I think the one thing I would like to share is that we saw a moose.
Boy, did we see a moose. A big moose. And he was close. Zoe, one of the hikers with us, said that the moose was so close that the guides were concerned for our safety. We were concerned for our safety.
So, boy, those things are big, aren't they?
Yeah,
Man, that
yeah.
rat is huge. So, which is extremely unusual. You almost never see a moose in the park. But this one came out and he hung around for I bet it was 45 minutes at least, don't you think?
Yeah.
He was here just kind of doing his thing. And with that, and you'll probably see some video we shot with that, where the llamas were even upset and they're kind of making this llama alert sound, which I had never heard before. So that was really cool.
Yeah.
So,
And we'd had a wonderful hiking day yesterday, up to Bechtler. I don't know how to say it. Bechtler Falls, where we soaked in some hot springs. It was wonderful. There'll be some pictures on that. You'll see. But what do you think of the group that we've got?
it's just a nice eclectic group of people. There's what, 8 of us?
Mm-hmm.
So, all different ages, pretty much. Youngest probably being 30s, but it goes up from there. So it's just a real nice group, pretty eclectic. All abilities, really, don't you think? So
I would like to point out that I'm the oldest one here.
I'd like to point out that I'm the next oldest.
But we're keeping up just fine. Aren't we?
We're doing well.
Yeah.
So happy, healthy.
I do know that the hiking is so different from running because I have different muscles that are sore today than I do after a run. So anyway.
I think there's just some beautiful footage if you haven't already seen it. So I hope it's worth watching, and it's just so beautiful up here. The weather's been great. The people are friendly, and so we're looking forward to a day of packing up, moving on to the next stop, and we're gonna reset tonight.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
all right,
Over now.
bye.
You can just kind of like walk with it. Long, big strokes.
I know. We were trying to pick out which one was the most handsome, you know, and I think I don't want to disappoint my llama, but you're looking pretty good
You're a
here.
good looking llama.
Yeah, good boy.
These two.
Good.
And it doesn't need to be perfect. The twigs are really main
It's a good thing I didn't bring my knitting needles. I don't know if that would have been the smart thing to bring on a llama trip. Might get the wrong, even though you're not a fiber one.
I know. You got a lot up in your mouth. I'm gonna hold you right here.
Yeah, I got the rope underneath me.
I know. It's uncomfortable.
Cool. That's cool, buddy.
These are the parts that matter, though. Easy.
You weigh a lot on my toes.
Yeah, 350 pounds of a lot.
Got that on my this little corner of my toes.
That kind of thing really
Look
gets
at
them.
you.
In the llama care.
I am the poo slinger. My job is to go around and just disperse the manure so that there aren't any hot spots, high in nitrogen, so it doesn't make a hot burn spot. So I'm just walking when they're finished, and I'll just fling poo everywhere.
Okay, and might I say you're doing a fabulous job.
It's a highly technical
we had to
skill.
Oh, Chesky, come on. You're fine.
Come on, bud.
You're
You'll
fine.
be good. You're fine. I don't know if I started on or.
I would just mention, but you'd say, why would you take the time on a llama on a hiking trip to brush the llamas? And the reason is because they roll in the grass, they can get burrs or I don't know, I guess annoying insects and all kinds of things, and very dense. They're very, very dense fiber, and you have to comb out that part of their sides because when they put the saddle on and all that weight all day long, you could get a rub and you could get a hot spot on the llamas. So you had to brush them out in order to ensure there weren't going to be any hot spots. Yes. And they actually saved all the fiber off the llamas they repurposed that. Nothing went to waste, so very low impact.
Yeah.
I know. Beautiful, I'm coming under. Llama. You're a good llama. Boy. Good boy. There you go. Good boy. All right, cool. If you wouldn't mind, just holding him, you can talk to him. He'll chill out.
He might even talk back. Exclusively doing pillows here.
Oh, he's getting the stove.
No, he's
But
getting.
it's light. Stan. Good boy.
I'm just gonna double check my stuff. Yeah, you're a puffer. I knew it. Rob's puffing. Puffing? I don't like that tight on there. I know the trick to loosen that up. You got different things. Done this before. My first rodeo.
Stan.
Stand.
Can I get a knee from you?
You were awesome, Boomer.
Alright, there you are. He'll be good now. That's a good llama. Sorry, I got picked up. But... nice work. Yeah, the right side seems to be a little safer there.
Yep.
Sure. You're gonna. Yeah, keep his eyes out. Yeah. If he jumps, I'm waiting till there's a little space. Just make sure like you keep your body close to him. Make sure he just pushes you. He doesn't knock you. Yeah.
This is Seth. He's laying out a trail through the river for us. This is the Bachelor River?
Boundary.
I think we're at Beckler.
Beckler? Okay. Okay, looks like it's getting deep there. And there's more current. Look at that current. Oh man. Yeah, he's going a long way upstream. Okay, good job.
got a pretty cool lunch planned for y'all hanging out in the van. Seth brought his super rad cooler, so everything will be cool.
He's mischievous. I would like to comment, change the subject a bit, that in our last hike, the facilities it was basically like when you had to do your business was a trowel and some toilet paper, and you went off into the woods and you dug yourself a little cat hole, did your business, and then covered it back up and headed back. And I was expected to do that again. It's just part of the experience. So, but this time, it's the most beautiful scenery I have seen in my life. You could stand there and do a 360. It was just beautiful all the way around.
You could sit there and do a 360.
And yeah, and the toilet was a plywood box with a hole cut in the middle. And there's no shelter. It was the flat. No, you were totally exposed to whatever was around you. So, but it was just, you'll never find a better view. The small things mean a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that was something. So
Yeah.
it was luxury. So much better than other.
It was.
So I think special thanks to Kieran
Yeah.
and Seth, who are our guys. You two guys rock.